Ever found yourself standing at a crossroads, clutching onto a relationship or friendship because it's comfortable and familiar? Yet deep down, you sense it's holding you back from truly flourishing. It's a challenging realization to swallow, acknowledging that sometimes those closest to us, the ones we've shared laughter, tears, and countless memories with, may not be meant to journey with us indefinitely. It's a stark revelation, isn't it? But here's where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism casts a transformative light on our contemporary dilemmas. The Stoics, with their profound insights into human nature and the pursuit of a fulfilling life, remind us that personal growth often demands making tough choices about who we allow into our inner circle. It's not about callously cutting people off, but rather about intentionally curating our lives, selecting relationships that uplift, inspire, and challenge us to become our best selves. So if you find yourself at that crossroads, grappling with a decision that could redefine your path, know that you're not alone. Today, we delve into the essence of Stoic wisdom, exploring the signs that it might be time to lovingly release certain ties, creating space for new growth, deeper connections, and a life aligned with your highest virtues. Join me as we embark on this journey together, guided by the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Ready to discover the freedom and peace that arise from choosing our relationships with wisdom and courage. And as we navigate this journey, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button, share this message with someone who might resonate with it, and remember to engage fully, because every moment of this exploration could hold the key to transforming your life. Number 1. Recognizing growth-stifling relationships. Ever found yourself at a standstill, hindered by a relationship that isn't fostering your growth? It's a significant warning sign. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt stagnant because someone close to you wasn't supporting your progress? Or worse, actively holding you back? It's undoubtedly a challenging situation. Seneca emphasized the power of personal growth and self-improvement. He believed that to lead a fulfilling life, one must continuously evolve, learn, and push boundaries. Therefore, if you're in a relationship, be it with a friend, family member, or partner, and you sense it's stifling your growth, Seneca would likely advise you to take heed. It's crucial not to interpret this as every relationship needing to push you to extremes or break records. However, those who genuinely care about you should want to witness your flourishing. They should be your cheerleaders and support system, not anchors dragging you into uncertainty and regret. It's essential to introspect. Why am I holding on to this relationship? Is it out of habit, fear, or loyalty? These are difficult questions but necessary ones. Genuine connections, the ones truly worth investing in, should uplift you, making you feel capable of more each day. Stoicism teaches us the significance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who contribute positively to our lives. It's not about amassing friends or popularity. It's about carefully curating a circle that enriches our lives, encourages growth, and aligns with our values. So, if you find yourself in a relationship that feels more like quicksand than a launching pad, it might be time to reconsider its place in your life. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your growth. It's human. Sometimes, growth entails letting go of those who hinder us, not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the lessons learned and the strength gained. Reflect on your relationships. Are they bridges to your best self or barriers to your growth? And remember, the journey of self-improvement is never solitary. We need the right companions to truly make it worthwhile. Number 2. Navigating negative emotions with Stoic wisdom. We've all experienced being ensnared in a whirlwind of negative emotions within a relationship. Have you ever felt trapped in a situation where drama overwhelms while support is nowhere to be found? It's undeniably draining. Marcus Aurelius provided profound insights into managing our emotions. He famously said that while we can't control external events, we have mastery over our minds. This is where our true power lies. This perspective is revolutionary, especially when applied to relationships saturated with jealousy, anger, or other negative emotions dominating the landscape. Consider this. If your relationship feels more like a battleground than a sanctuary, it's a clear indication that something needs to change. While experiencing such emotions is part of the human experience, they shouldn't form the foundation of any lasting, peaceful relationship. I'm not suggesting we aim to live devoid of anger or jealousy. That would be like attempting to breathe without air. However, what Marcus Aurelius teaches us is that we control our reactions to these emotions. Whether it's jealousy over someone else's progress or anger at being undermined, we have the agency to choose our responses. In practice, it begins with awareness, recognizing when these emotions arise and asking ourselves why and how we can respond in a manner consistent with our aspirations. Sometimes the healthiest reaction is creating distance or initiating change. It's not about avoiding problems, but acknowledging when a relationship is fostering negative spirals instead of lifting us up. This doesn't imply failure or villainizing the other person. It's simply recognizing that not every relationship is meant to endure every season of our lives, and that's okay. The Stoics advocated for living in harmony with nature, and sometimes parting ways is a natural course of growth. If you find yourself constantly grappling with negative emotions in any relationship, reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Remember, you hold the power over your mind and reactions, and ultimately, the choice to surround yourself with relationships rooted in positivity and support. In such environments, true growth, peace, and fulfillment flourish. Let's not allow drama to define our relationships. Instead, let's cultivate connections based on respect, understanding, and genuine support. Those are the relationships that endure and bring out the best in us. Number 3, the dangers of manipulation and control. Let's confront a complex yet vital topic: the role of manipulation and control in our relationships. Feeling like a mere puppet rather than an equal partner is a glaring red flag in any relationship. It's time we discuss autonomy, freedom, and heed the sage advice of Epictetus, who once stated, "No one is free who is not master of himself." Reflect on that for a moment. According to Epictetus, genuine freedom stems from within, from being in command of our actions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. So, what does it signify when we find ourselves in relationships where our autonomy seems compromised? When our decisions, desires, and even our thoughts appear to be under someone else's sway, it's an unmistakable sign that something isn't right. Manipulation and control can manifest in various guises: subtle suggestions veering you away from your passions, or outright demands dictating your identity or actions. These aren't characteristics of a healthy relationship. True connections, those truly deserving of our time and emotional investment, are built on mutual respect and freedom. Stoicism emphasizes the significance of autonomy, of being the masters of our own destiny. Therefore, if you're in a relationship where you continually doubt your choices or feel restricted, it's essential to question why. Why remain in a dynamic that stifles your freedom and curtails your ability to script your life story? Disentangling oneself from manipulation or control isn't about harshness. It's about honoring one's worth, autonomy, and the right to lead an authentic life. It's about internalizing Epictetus's wisdom and reclaiming one's freedom, the freedom to chart one's path, grow, and live in alignment with one's values. While the decision to step away from such relationships may be arduous, Stoicism teaches us that the right path isn't always the easiest one. It's about moving towards a life where we're in control, surrounded by relationships that uplift and respect our autonomy and freedom. Number 4, navigating relationships that do more harm than good. What occurs when a relationship becomes more detrimental than beneficial? When the time spent with someone leaves you feeling drained, stressed, or constantly on edge. It's akin to navigating a minefield of arguments or enduring a perpetual state of despondency when they're around. These are glaring red flags indicating that something is amiss. Healthy connections, the kind we all deserve, are meant to enrich our lives, offering joy and support through life's ups and downs. They shouldn't complicate our existence with incessant stress or prompt us to question our self-worth. The Stoics advocated for living in harmony with nature, including our own nature. and pursuing lives of virtue and tranquility. They underscored the importance of maintaining relationships aligned with these principles. Therefore, if you find yourself in a relationship that veers you away from peace or inhibits your personal growth, it's worth contemplating what Stoicism might counsel. The Stoics would likely urge us to step back and objectively evaluate the situation. Is this relationship contributing positively to your well-being and personal growth? Or is it a source of constant negativity, sapping your energy and leaving you worse off? If it's the latter, it's time to question whether this connection aligns with your highest good. Stoicism extols the virtues of self-awareness and the courage to make challenging decisions that promote our well-being and align with our values. It's about recognizing what's genuinely beneficial for us in the long run. Sometimes, this entails distancing ourselves from relationships that do more harm than good. This isn't to suggest that every rough patch warrants severing ties. However, if you consistently feel worse due to someone's presence in your life, it's a sign that change is necessary. Healthy relationships may encounter challenges, but at their core, they offer support, love, and mutual growth. If this resonates with your current situation, take a moment to reflect and consider the necessary steps to address the issues at hand. Communication is pivotal. Perhaps an honest, open conversation is overdue. However, if things persistently fail to improve, remember, prioritizing your peace and well-being isn't selfish, it's essential. Let's commit to cultivating relationships that enrich our lives, bringing us joy, growth, and tranquility. Through confronting these challenges and making tough decisions, we emerge stronger and more aligned with our true selves. That's the Stoic way. Number 5. Upholding mutual respect in relationships. The absence of mutual respect is a non-negotiable deal-breaker. Without respect, there's no solid foundation for anything positive. It's akin to building a house on sand. Eventually, everything will crumble. The Stoics, who placed great importance on living virtuously, emphasized the significance of self-respect and the respect we owe to others. They believed in the inherent worth and dignity of every individual, which should be reflected in our interactions. Therefore, if you find yourself in a relationship where you're not treated with the dignity you deserve, it's a significant red flag. It's not merely about feeling undervalued. It's about recognizing that a fundamental aspect of your humanity is being disregarded. Mutual respect forms the bedrock of any healthy connection, fostering trust, love, and genuine understanding. Without it, you're left with a hollow, unfulfilling relationship that's not worthy of your time or emotional investment. I can anticipate some of you may be thinking, but what if it's not that simple? What if I genuinely care about this person? Relationships are indeed complex, and emotions run deep. However, this is where the wisdom of Stoicism can offer guidance. The Stoics championed clarity, rationality, and living in accordance with our highest values. They would encourage us to step back and assess our relationships objectively. Are we honoring ourselves by remaining in a situation where our dignity is compromised? Are we upholding our inherent worth and the virtues we strive to embody? If the answer is no, it's time for a serious reassessment. This doesn't necessarily entail cutting someone out of your life abruptly. Instead, it's about recognizing your own value and making decisions that reflect that. It might involve setting clearer boundaries, initiating a heartfelt conversation about your feelings, or in some cases, acknowledging that it's time to move on. Remember, respecting yourself and insisting on being treated with respect by others isn't selfish or demanding. It's a reflection of the self-worth that the Stoics believed each of us should cultivate. It's about living with integrity and ensuring that our relationships mirror the respect and virtue we strive for in our own lives. So if you're grappling with a lack of mutual respect, take a moment to reflect on what that means for you and your well-being. Consider how you can address this issue in a manner that honors your dignity and values, because ultimately, everyone deserves to be in relationships where they're treated with the respect and consideration they offer in return. Let's commit to nurturing connections rooted in mutual respect, where each person is valued and appreciated for who they are. That's the type of relationship that not only survives but thrives, reflecting the essence of living a life grounded in Stoic wisdom and virtue. Number 6. Embracing reality in relationships. At its core, Stoicism advocates for acceptance, accepting the reality of our lives, relationships, and the world around us as they truly are, not as we wish them to be. The Stoics, with their pragmatic and grounded approach to life, teach us that there's profound strength and freedom in seeing things clearly, without the rose-colored glasses that illusions often provide. So what does this mean for our relationships? It entails taking a hard, honest look at them and asking ourselves whether they're rooted in reality or if we're clinging to a fantasy. Are we turning a blind eye to red flags, glossing over issues, or projecting an idealized image onto someone that doesn't align with reality? If so, we're not doing ourselves or our partners any favors. Being tethered to illusions in a relationship can feel akin to being trapped in a mirage. From afar, everything appears perfect, but upon closer inspection, it lacks substance and truth. This isn't to negate the role of hope and aspirations in relationships, but there's a fine line between healthy aspirations and losing ourselves in fantasies that detract from genuine connection. Embracing truth, as the Stoics advise, involves confronting these illusions head-on. It requires the courage to recognize and accept the reality of our relationships, even when it's uncomfortable or painful. This process isn't easy. It demands honesty and vulnerability. However, there's immense power in truth. It forms the foundation upon which genuine, meaningful relationships are built. Acknowledging that a relationship isn't what we envisioned, or that a person isn't who we hoped they would be, can be a bitter pill to swallow. Yet it's also a crucial step towards genuine growth and emotional liberation. It creates space for authentic relationships, where we can love and be loved for who we truly are, not for the illusions we've constructed. So, if you find yourself tethered to illusions, take a moment to reflect. What aspects of your relationship are real, and what parts are embellished or imagined? How does this alignment, or lack thereof, with reality impact your happiness and well-being? Stoicism isn't about pessimism or resigning ourselves to unhappiness. It's about finding peace and contentment by aligning ourselves with the truth of how things are. By accepting reality, we can navigate our relationships with wisdom, clarity, and a sense of groundedness that illusions simply cannot provide. Let's challenge ourselves to view our relationships through the lens of Stoic acceptance, embracing the truth, however hard it may be. In doing so, we open ourselves up to genuine, fulfilling connections that enrich our lives in meaningful ways. After all, in the clarity of truth, we find the path to real happiness and love. Number 7. Sacrificing your principles should never be an option. These are the guiding lights that shape our decisions, actions, and ultimately, our life's trajectory. But what about when a relationship challenges these fundamental values? When it pushes you to compromise on what you hold dear? It's a challenging scenario, but one that warrants our attention. Stoicism offers invaluable insights into this dilemma. The Stoics argue that compromising our core values for the sake of a relationship exacts a toll too steep to pay. Why? Because our values define us. They mold our identity, steer our choices, and determine how we engage with the world around us. To compromise on them is to relinquish a part of ourselves, a loss no relationship can justify. Entering a relationship that necessitates actions contradicting our values, even if seemingly minor at first, gradually erodes our sense of self and the principles we uphold. This transcends mere sacrifices or compromises inherent in any healthy relationship. It's about betraying our very essence. The Stoics teach us that integrity and virtue aren't lofty ideals, but practical guidelines for a fulfilling life. Figures like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca stress the significance of staying true to oneself, living in harmony with our values despite external pressures. This alignment infuses our lives with meaning, direction, and purpose. Thus, if a relationship demands compromising your values, it's a signal to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, does this relationship nurture my growth and well-being, Or does it stifle me, urging me to be someone I'm not? It's a challenging path to navigate, especially amidst emotions. Yet Stoic practices of self-reflection and rational analysis offer guidance. By evaluating the relationship through the prism of our values, we can make choices aligned with who we aspire to be. Walking away from a relationship that compromises our values isn't failure. It's a courageous affirmation of self-respect. It signifies valuing ourselves enough to embrace relationships that uplift, respect, and resonate with our core being. Let's embrace the integrity and virtue admired by the Stoics, ensuring our relationships reflect and honor our values, for they define us, guide us through life's vicissitudes, and lead us to genuine fulfillment. Number 8. Reciprocity embodies the equilibrium of giving and receiving in relationships. It's the essence of mutual support, where both parties contribute equally. But what happens when this equilibrium falters, leaving you in a lopsided dynamic of perpetual giving or taking? It's a predicament many confront, far from ideal. Reciprocity isn't merely a nicety, it's vital for relationship health and longevity. Consider this: a relationship where one perpetually gives while the other solely receives breeds resentment, exhaustion, and underappreciation. This imbalance contradicts the essence of a healthy relationship. The Stoics emphasized mutual support and balance in relationships, valuing contributions to others' well-being without sacrificing our own. They envisioned relationships characterized by harmony and mutual respect, where both parties foster each other's virtue and well-being. So if you're ensnared in a one-sided relationship, ponder Stoic principles of balance and respect. Are you honoring yourself by perpetuating this inequity? Are you empowering the other individual in a manner conducive to growth and contribution? Addressing this imbalance necessitates communication, setting boundaries, and exploring avenues to restore equilibrium. It's about encouraging the other to contribute emotionally, spiritually, and materially. Healthy relationships are dynamic, evolving through effort, compromise, and adaptation. Yet at their core lies reciprocity, where both feel valued, heard, and supported. This mutual support nurtures trust, deepens connections, and cultivates an environment for mutual flourishing. Seeking balance isn't selfish, it's essential. It ensures that you not only give, but also receive the support, love, and respect you deserve. Let's strive for relationships where reciprocity isn't the exception, but the norm, embodying Stoic ideals of balance and mutual respect. In the give and take of life, meaningful connections flourish, enriching all involved. Number 9. Addressing abuse, regardless of its form, physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological, is undeniably daunting yet crucial. It's a conversation we must have. Stoicism, anchored in principles of dignity, self-respect, and the sanctity of the human spirit, unequivocally denounces any form of abuse. Such behavior not only violates Stoic tenets of self-respect and respect for others, but also erodes the bedrock of trust and safety, essential for relationships. Stoicism underscores the recognition of our inherent worth and underscores the imperative of upholding our dignity and self-respect. These aren't mere ideals, but practical imperatives guiding our conduct, particularly in adversity's crucible. When confronted with situations contravening these fundamental principles, Stoicism impels action, not fueled by vengeance or rage, but by reverence for our well-being and intrinsic value. Abuse tramples on dignity and self-respect, seeking to subdue the victim's identity and instill fear, antithetical to Stoic principles. The Stoic response to abuse is unequivocal: seek assistance and exit the relationship. This isn't just advisable, it's imperative, aligning with Stoic commitment to virtuous, dignified living, beginning with self-respect. Exiting an abusive relationship is among the most formidable decisions, demanding immense courage, strength, and often external support. Here, Stoic wisdom, drawn from those who've navigated similar challenges or professional guidance, proves invaluable. Seeking help, whether from loved ones or professionals, isn't a sign of weakness, but of fortitude, a declaration of one's worth and dedication to a life free from harm. Stoicism extends beyond advocating departure from abusive settings. It underscores the healing journey, reclaiming dignity and self-respect post-trauma. It teaches that while we can't control others' actions, we control our response and path forward. Healing from abuse mirrors a Stoic odyssey, reclaiming inner sovereignty, reaffirming values, and rebuilding life in harmony with them. If you're ensnared in abuse, know it's not your fault, and you're not alone. Seeking support, leaning on allies, and taking steps to extricate yourself reflect profound self-respect, a stride toward a life prioritizing dignity and well-being. In the Icy Age, Stoic ethos, let's uphold self-value, honor our intrinsic worth, and decisively reject harmful environments. Let's stand resolute in our pursuit of dignity, self-respect, and a life imbued with virtue and significance. Number 10. When communication within a relationship hits a wall, it presents a significant challenge. What happens when attempts to address issues lead nowhere and finding common ground feels impossible? This isn't just a minor bump in the road, it's a warning sign of deeper issues needing attention. Enter Stoicism, with its enduring wisdom, offering guidance in navigating such situations. Effective communication serves as the lifeblood of any thriving relationship. It's how we express needs, share thoughts, and foster meaningful connections. Without it, we're left fumbling in the dark, often misinterpreting each other's thoughts and feelings. The Stoics recognized the value of clear, honest communication, emphasizing listening, understanding, and responding with wisdom and empathy. So, what do we do when communication falters? Firstly, it's vital to recognize that failed communication often stems from underlying issues, be it trust issues, lingering resentments, or differing communication styles. Stoicism teaches us to confront these challenges with clarity and introspection, examining our own role in the breakdown. Marcus Aurelius, known for his advocacy of reason, would likely suggest employing rationality to address communication breakdowns. This entails stepping back, minimizing emotions, and objectively analyzing the situation. Where is the breakdown occurring? Why? What steps can be taken to improve it? Enhancing communication requires effort from all involved parties, fostering a safe space where each feels heard and valued. It entails active listening, clear expression devoid of accusations, and the patience to persist despite setbacks. Stoicism also reminds us of the importance of empathy and compassion in communication, recognizing that everyone grapples with struggles and insecurities. Failed communication needn't spell doom for a relationship. Rather, it offers an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to deepen understanding, hone communication skills, and fortify the bond between individuals. So, when faced with communication challenges, reflect on Stoic principles of clarity, honesty, and empathy. Let them be your compass in navigating relational dynamics, not merely talking more, but communicating better, fostering genuine connection and understanding, the bedrock of meaningful relationships. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of everyday life, finding moments of reflection and personal growth can seem challenging. But what if there were a way to incorporate timeless wisdom into your daily routine? Discover the Daily Stoic 366. Meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. An inspiring guide filled with daily meditations to strengthen your mind, cultivate perseverance, and refine the art of living. Explore the pages of this book and embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Click the link below to start your personal development journey and explore the teachings of Stoicism. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep striving for that tranquility, keep seeking wisdom, and remember, in the tapestry of life, we're all connected through our shared humanity and our quest for a good life. See you in the next video.